So we have a squeaky door. Multiple ones, actually. And this one happens to squeak when I come into the bedroom late at night and my wife is sleeping. So, not good. Not good. Anyway, she's asked me to fix it. Have multiple doors that are doing this. It's a pretty simple thing. I never know. The ironic part about this is I'll record some stuff and think, well, nobody's ever going to watch it. And sometimes those are the videos that have the most views. Not that I'm looking for views, but it's funny to me. Some of the simpler stuff or some of the things that I take for granted. So this is something that I'll just draw on video and explain real quickly to you. So the way this works, doors have hinges. I'm going to go ahead and close this door all the way. This part of the hinge right here, that's connected to the frame, and then this part where there are three, that's connected to the door. This slides in here, and then there's just a pin that goes in here to create the hinge to swing the door. And nothing secures that pin. It's just put in there from the top, and at least on most doors, especially interior doors like this, you have a pin, and then you have the door part of the hinge and the frame part of the hinge that just rotate around. So what we're going to do is grab a hammer, and this is just a little punch, just something to fit into the hole underneath here, and just tap it up. Now this happens to have this stopper on it right here too. But what I'm going to do, yeah, that's bone dry. So there's no lubricant in there, so that's why you're hearing that. I have the door all the way shut. The reason I have the door all the way shut is because it's latched, so the door should stay there. This hinge and everything should stay where it is. If you had the door open and you started doing this, the door is going to kick over. So because I just want to pull this hinge up, or this pin up, I don't want the door to move. I'm just pulling it up. I'm going to clean this off, throw a little bit of lubricant on it, and then should be good. I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom. So all I'm really doing, I'm not going to take the door off the hinges or anything like that. I'm just going to do bare minimum here to try to get this thing to quiet down. So as I pull that out, now you can see it did shift a little bit, okay, but it shifted into the frame. So it just took up the space. Right, so it just leaned against here. So this is still holding it in place. And all I have to do is push this back over to wind this back up. Okay? Again, if it's not in here, then the door is going like this. You could actually bend the pin or the hinge. So I am just basically letting the door frame hold the door while I clean this off and lubricate it a little bit. So here's the pin. You can see it gets worn over time. This is, oh gosh, how old is this? Oh, almost 30 years old. I'm going to wipe this off with a rag, just to make it nice and clean. Some people, you can put a little grease on here, or you can put oil in here. It's just all different stuff. What I did is I walked out to the garage and I saw this, which is STP, which means it's old. It's probably from my dad's garage from way back when. But I have it, and it's silicone spray, multi-purpose, non-greasy. I don't really want grease in here because grease will actually attract dirt and debris. And it actually says it could be used on hinges and stuff. So what I'm going to do is put the hinge or the pin here. Man, it always takes so much longer to show this stuff than to actually do it. I'm just going to spray it. Okay. Just kind of rotate that. So that's on there. And now I'm going to put it back in. However, I need to put this on. This on. Like that. Oh, the other thing I want to do is spray down in here. So I'm going to pick this up and just put this underneath so it doesn't go everywhere. So that will not only clean in there a little bit, make sure there's nothing in there, but also put that film on there. Just picking this up. Oh, that's not right either. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? Should have looked at my own video. That's not. I'm a knucklehead. That's how that goes in. I was putting it in there for whatever reason. And I didn't. Nice and slippery. Like with the grease, you see it on there, where this just leaves like very clear film. Okay, there's that one. Alright, just do the same thing on this one. Now because the top hinge is in, this didn't move as much. The top one's going to move the most because of gravity and because the point is down here. So it'll open up more. Bottom one's going to be easier to do. Again, spraying in there is cleans it off and also puts that film around. So doing two things there. Trying to clean up the dirt. You can see how dirty it is. Do this. I mean, yeah, look at the dirt. Dirt makes noise. Okay. This is just from 4 hinges, 2 different doors. That's how dirty it is. So make sure you clean it. Don't just throw grease on it and put it back in. Make sure you spray into it, blow into it, whatever. Clean out the hinges, wipe off the pins, make sure all this dirt is gone because dirt makes noise. Let's see if we can get to make that noise. Oh, the other nice thing about the silicone spray is it doesn't have a smell to it. Oil and grease will. Sounds good. I don't hear anything. Could always get this to squeak right there. Alright. I have a few other doors to do this on, but wanted to show you real quick what it takes. Not a big deal. Without recording, if you're just doing this, it's like a 3-minute thing to do that. So if you have squeaky doors, don't be intimidated by them. Get some silicone spray if you don't have it, or use whatever you have. Like if you have WD-40, if you have, yeah, the problem with WD-40 or grease is they'll actually accumulate dirt. They'll attract it. So a silicone spray doesn't do that. But you can use oil, you can use whatever. Biggest thing is making sure it's clean in there. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps.